Hi, so today I just created this really super glowy, no foundation, dark red eye look for a party that I'm going to tonight. Yes, so I just wanted to create this look that will last all night long and will look amazing. So if you want to know how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. So as you can tell, I have done my eyebrows and concealed and primed my eyes. So to do that, I do want to use my Kylie Burgundy palette. I just think it would work really well. I might dip into some shades from some other palettes, but yeah, I really want to use this. I think it would work well. So the first shade I'm going to dip into is not from the Kylie palette. I do just want to take this bone white colour from the Pastel Goth palette called Skull, and I just kind of want to put that just onto my brow bone just to highlight it. So I'm going to zoom you in and we'll get started on the eyes. So for that skull colour, I'm just going to take it on a flat synthetic brush. I'm just going to put it right under the brow bone. I just really want to make sure that my brow bone is nice and highlighted, and then it also gives my transition shades something to blend into. And if my transition gets too high, I can always just come back with this white shade and fix it up. So the lightest matte shade in the Kylie palette called Beach which is this one right here, doesn't really seem to be that light. So I think I might take a colour from another palette and try that out first. So what I'm going to do is take one of my favourite shades from Anastasia Beverly Hills, Orange Soda. And I'm just going to run that through first just because it's much lighter, so it'll work a little bit better as a transition shade. So just on an angled blending brush, I'm really going to pick up a lot of product, kind of tap off the excess and just go in. So as you can see, I have picked up a lot of product and it is a little bit scary right now, but we'll blend that out. So as you can see, it's going up quite high, so later on I will fix it up and just kind of blend it in a little bit better. Now just taking a bigger fluffy tapered blending brush, I'm just going to really blend out those edges so that it's seamless. Oh my god, I just washed my brushes and this feels so soft. I'm so happy. Now, as I said before, I want to take that beach shade, so that middle shade there, and I'm just gonna kind of, I wouldn't call it my crease colour, but I'm gonna run it a little bit further under Orange Soda, but I still kind of want to keep it more in that transition-y kind of zone. So once again, just taking a lot of product, and like, the Anastasia ones and the Kylie shadows are so pigmented, so it's not hard to pick up a lot. But yeah, I'm just going to try and blend that out with this brush. Kind of blend it into Orange Soda. And I want to blend it a little bit further down onto my lid as well. But don't worry too much about getting too much on there because we will be going over it a little bit later. So to help diffuse the edge on it and kind of not lose Orange Soda, I will be taking that angled blending brush and Orange Soda again and just kind of going over it just so that we don't lose any colours and to blend it out a little bit better. Now just taking this darker orange shade called Penny from the Kylie palette, I'm just going to put that further into my crease, and this is where we start getting into those kind of crease colours. Didn't pick up a whole lot there. There we go. Come through, pigment. I'm gonna go back in with Beach and Orange Soda just so we don't lose them and to blend it out a little bit better. So first taking Beach, just kind of running that over the top of Penny. And see how that kind of just creates a really nice blended look. So here is Penny, here is Beach, and here's Orange Soda. They're all still there, but they fade in and out of each other really nicely. So for the center of my eye, I really want to have this nice red pop. So I'm going to take the shade Burgundy from the Burgundy palette, and I'm just going to run that all over my lid and blend it into the other shades. So I really just want to pack it onto this brush and pack it onto the lid there. We will be darkening up that crease as well. I just want to do this shade first so that I can kind of blend it all together. Now that that is laid down there, I'm just going to take this fluffy kind of small brush and I'm just going to blend out that burgundy shade. So I'm just going to go over it again and then just blend it out again. So now I really want to deepen up that kind of crease in there. So to do that, I am going to take this darker shade, Almond, from the Kylie palette, and just really work that in there with a small pencil brush. That looks great. I will, however, just take this big blending brush again and just kind of go over it all. And then I am going to take that skull white colour in here again and blend it out. Just kind of leaves room between the eyeshadow and your brow bone. Also, it makes it easy for when I want to put my brow bone highlight in there. Alright, so I'm just going to do my other eye off camera and then we'll go in and complete all of this. Okay, so I did do the other eye and I did just clean up the edges with a wipe. So I want to get started on the lower lash line eyeshadow now, but before we do that, I do want to just pop a little bit of concealer under there just to kind of give me a little bit of coverage. So I'm just going to do that first. But basically I'm just going to dot it underneath my eyes here. Alright, so I've just wet my tiny little bit beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that out underneath my eye. So although it seems like a lot to begin with, because I have used a sponge that kind of soaks up the product a little bit, it looks a lot more natural and I can tell they're even there. So before I go on and do the other one, I'm going to set this straight away because I do not want it creasing whatsoever. So I'll do that quickly. There we go. Now I'm just going to do the other eye and then we're good. So now that I have that concealer down, I am just going to continue on with the eyes and just do the just do the lower lash line eye makeup. So once again on that kind of angled blendy brush, I don't really know what to call this, but it's kind of like an angled little smudging kind of brush. I will just take Beach again and run it from inner corner to outer corner. And just kind of try and blend it up into the lid eyeshadow. And if we do kind of blend it out a little bit too far here, I will just go in with that wipe again and kind of try and fix it up. Okay, so that's the first shade down and I will just blend it out a little bit at the end to kind of, you know, diffuse this big line. Just taking a brown eyeliner, I am just going to chuck it into my waterline and then smudge it out with another colour. Then just on a flat smudger brush, I am taking that Penny shade and I'm just going to smudge it up against that liner. Now finally for that lower lash line, I will just take Almond on the small pencil brush again and really kind of deepen up the outer third. And once again, I am going to take that makeup wipe and just kind of clean it up to give it that sharp edge. Now to make my eye look a little more awake, I will add a shimmer color into the inner corner of my eye and on my brow bone. And I am going to take that from the Kylie palette, and it is the shade Naked. Just take it down to that lower lash line as well and kind of connect it all up. So now is the time to pray for me, because I've been having some real issues with my eyeliner lately, and I hope to God that I can get this eyeliner looking good and even. So just taking my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper, I'm just going to line my eyes. So these wings are totally not even and it's bothering me so much. Now just using my Too Faced Beverly Sex Mascara, I'm going to give my lashes a good coat, top and bottom. And then once that dries, I will put on some falsies. Now just taking these Sasha lashes from Huda Beauty. Yes, I've used them a lot, that's why they don't look nice in there, but I love these ones so much. So I'm just going to chuck some Ardell lash glue on there and put them on, and then I'll be back. Okay, now that I have my lashes on, I think it's time to move on to the rest of the face. So I will be taking my Smashbox Color Correcting Adjust Primer just to kind of cancel out any possible redness. Help me out a little. Also, it makes my skin feel smooth, and I will be putting makeup on still. I just won't be wearing foundation. I really want an intense highlight tonight, like intense. So underneath the powder, I'm just going to put these Cover FX drops. So this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops. They are incredible. They are so blinding. And this is just in this shade Celestial. So they come in this kind of like dropper thing. So I just kind of like squirt it out a bit because there's so much on here and you really don't need that much. So I'm just going to go around and put it in places that I like to highlight. So yeah, I just do the tops of the cheekbones, Cupid's bow. I do the tiniest little dot on my nose, and then along the bridge a little bit, and I blend that out with a brush for the nose. But for the cheeks, I just take my tiny little beauty blender again and I just press that all in. Okay, and the Cupid's bow. Then taking this tiny smudger brush, I just like to keep it really precise on the nose. And just kind of tap it with your finger. Blends out those edges, and then just taking it along the bridge. Now it is time for powder, so I'm just taking a translucent powder. Just any translucent loose powder will work. Just make sure it doesn't have flashback. So I just take that loose powder and just run it all over my face. Don't worry about putting it over that other highlight, it will kind of still shine through. Basically what I'm just trying to do with this powder is kind of put down a base for all my other powders, because other powder products need a powder on top to kind of blend better. So if I put down this powder, it'll kind of create that nice base to make everything up a little bit more blendable and avoid patchiness. Now we're going to move on to contouring. So to do that today, I'm just going to use my Kat Von D Shade Light palette as always. And also I think I've been using the wrong freaking shade in my description every time because I'm terrible at reading these ones that kind of go on the back. But I'm pretty sure I've been using Sombre and Lucid, not Subconscious and Levitation. That's actually the darker shades. I'm just an absolute idiot. Yes, I will be taking Sombre, which is this kind of cooler color, which I much prefer on my skin tone, just because I am kind of pale. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. Now for this look, I'm going to skip blush. I just am not really feeling it. I think this is kind of enough. So I'm just going to go into a highlighter, and it is in this little duo here, the Australis Glamazon Contour Kit. It's just the highlighter. So just on this small kind of fluffy brush, I'm just going to take that and just put it over the places that we've already used that liquid highlighter. Now onto the final touch, we can move on to lips, and I need a moment because I don't know what lipstick I'm going to use. So I think I'm going to go for this really warm toned orangey kind of liquid lipstick, and it is a Kylie lipstick, so kind of keeping the theme with our eyes, and it is just the Kylie matte liquid lipstick in the shade Exposed. So just taking it on my little palette, just dot it on there. Grab a lip brush and put it on. So there we go, we're all done. So it's just kind of this red, kind of bronzy, cranberry eye with no foundation and a nude lip. And I just think this is great kind of party makeup. I hope to get some compliments tonight, and if I don't, I'll be really upset. Anyways, once again, give me kind of any feedback, whether that's you subscribing to my channel or giving this a like or commenting. I would really enjoy it. I just think it's kind of nice to do these videos, even if it's only like my friends watching, but it's super fun and I like getting feedback from people. But yeah, thank you so much. I will see you all next time. Bye.